Of the step challenge. I'm just checking in with you guys to see how you're doing. So, some of you are posting your steps, posting your goal, and you're killing it. You're doing great. If you haven't joined us yet, it's okay. You can join us tomorrow. Tomorrow's the seventh day, and I think I want to do this again. Y'all let me know if you want me to do another step challenge sometime soon. And I also, in my group, I typically do other step, or not step challenges, but challenges. Oh, here we go. As well. But I think this one was pretty fun. We had several people participate for the first time. So I'm like, I might do this again. Um, Public. Okay. So if you are new to me, hey, I'm Coach Steph. I'm a registered dietitian, personal trainer, and mindset transformation coach. And we have been doing a 7 day step challenge. So, the step challenge is really about you versus you, meaning I'm going to set a goal and then post about the goal. And then when you hit your goal, you post your screenshot of your steps. It's very simple, but it's helping us to be more mindful of our activity, even outside of our workout. So I talked about this the last time. Like sometimes we think all we have to do is work out, but we're sedentary and we're not really moving outside of our workouts. So the movement that you get outside of your workouts is just as important. So I have my clients strive for anywhere between 7,500 and above steps. So if they're starting out around 3K steps, our first week we're just trying to get to 4K consistently. So I want you to think about if you have been tracking your steps, and some of you, I know Jen has been going on her walks. I saw her go live on her walks, and I love to see you guys do that. Um, think about how many average steps you got this week. So sometimes we set our bar at the greatest or the best day. But I want you to look at your Fitbit, look at your Apple Watch, and see what was your average steps. I know Fitbit will give you your average. iWatches or Apple Watches, I'm sure it will also give you your average as well. That's kind of what I want you to think of as your midway point and strive for that. Sometimes we set our daily goal to be just like our best days, and that's just unrealistic. So look at your average steps and maybe make that your goal for next week. Because there are days where you hit your step goal and you do great and you're like, amazing. Then there's some days where you're way under. So if you took the average of those two, that's a better goal for you versus like trying to hit 10K steps or hit your highest day steps every time when that's probably not going to happen every single day. So let me know if that makes sense, you guys. If and if y'all have questions, let me know. Hey, Coach Key, thanks for watching. Apple Watch give you averages too. Okay, so I'll just say I'm an Android girl to heart. So I tease the Apple Watch people, but yes, I'm glad that it gives you the average too. Make sure you charge that thing though, because it'd be dying all the time. But I want you guys to know, even if your watch dies, you can still take your walk. Your body still knows. Um, and a couple of other things that I want to kind of throw out for today's Friday. What I do with my clients on Fridays inside the Fit Figure Formula, if you don't know, this is my 16-week program where I walk you through how to understand your nutrition and how to manage your mindset so that you can beat self sabotage and lose the weight for good. And inside of my private coaching app, every single day, my clients know exactly what to do because I'll walk them through a step by step process that I've created. So each day on their dashboard, I tell them exactly what to do. Today's Friday. Here's what I have them do on Fridays. I have a form inside the app that says, let's think through your weekend. And I highly recommend that you start a similar practice, or you can join the Fit Figure Formula and learn the whole process. But we look at, okay, what am I doing this weekend? Is there anything fun that I'm doing? Do I have any activities coming up? What am I planning on eating? Because a lot of times we start out really good on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. By Thursday, we start to fall off. By Friday, we have made so many decisions, we're tired, and then our weekend ends up being mindless, structureless, and kind of a free for all. And I don't want you to make that mistake this weekend. So, what we do in the formula is on Fridays, I tell them, hey, what's your plans? What have you decided to do for your nutrition? Are you going to get a workout in? Like, we map that out on Friday so that you are making decisions ahead of time. So many people fall off on the weekends, or they overeat on the weekends. They overdo their calorie deficit because they are tired of making decisions, or they just don't have any structure. They just want to rest. You can still have structure on the weekends, but that structure doesn't have to look like Monday through Friday type of structure. But you can still say, okay, I'm going to probably sleep in, but I'm still going to have, a healthy breakfast. I know I'm going to be shopping. I know I'm going to be out on Saturday, but I can still like put some non-perishable healthy snacks in my bag and keep a water in there. That way, when I'm out, if I get hungry, I can like eat this snack so that I can make a good choice when I go out to eat. There are things that you can do to provide structure in your weekend that don't feel restrictive, but that still help you to stay on track. So in the formula, we think through this on Fridays. On Saturday, I have them do a check in form. So essentially, we are reflecting on our previous week. So we say, what went well last week? What did not go well? And then how can I troubleshoot for the next week? This process doesn't take long, but it just takes a little bit of intentionality. So not only am I planning on Friday for the weekend, I'm reflecting on Saturday and I'm thinking about what do I need to do to set myself up for success. And if you're doing this every week, it gets easier and easier. It just takes a few minutes because you're not having to do a lot because you're doing this every single week. Um, and they let me know, their habits and execution, whether or not they got their steps in, whether or not they were able to get their workouts in, how well they followed their nutrition plan, things like that. So you can also implement this in your own life of like, let me check in with myself. How did things go? How did I show up? Was I proud of myself this weekend? What did I get accomplished? How productive was I? Productive doesn't always mean action either. That can be rest as well, because rest is also productive. Okay. And then on Sunday, I have a form that says, "Let's celebrate your win." Any wins, and I used to say small and big wins, but there's no such thing as a small win. A big win is just made up of a whole bunch of small ones, quote unquote. So I list out all the wins that I could possibly think that a client could get, and then I also say, hey, let me know any other wins. So I list it out because if I don't, a lot of clients will not think about that fact that, oh, my skin has cleared up now that I am getting enough water, or I do have more energy, or my progress photos did improve. We'll just bypass all of those things and just look at the scale. But when I list it out for them and they can click on, like, oh, like 10 things that they have noticed over the past week that have improved, that helps you to feel motivated. It helps you to create momentum. It helps you to focus on what is happening that's good versus always thinking about how much more I need to do. So, again, you can implement this strategy as well, sitting down with yourself and asking yourself, what went well? What do I want to celebrate? Did I hit my step goal, 4 times out of this week? Did I drink enough water? How many days? Like, making sure that you're celebrating along the way. If you do not celebrate every pound, every inch, every time you notice that you're feeling like more energy, you're having more stamina throughout your workouts, I promise you, you're making the process a lot more grueling. You can celebrate. Give yourself permission right now to celebrate your wins, to celebrate the journey, because if you're not, enjoying the journey, you're missing out, because the gift is actually in the journey. The reason why a lot of you guys yo-yo diet is because you're trying to skip the journey and hurry up and get to the result. But if you do that, if you do a fad diet, if you just starve yourself or skip meals or cut out carbs and you drop weight really quickly and then you're like, I'm going to go back to eating balanced, you don't even know what that looks like. You don't even know how to do that because you literally skipped over that part. And life will just bring you right back to the starting point and say, let's try that again. And then you have to repeat it all over again. So the journey is so important because if you lose weight in a sustainable way that's enjoyable, that is, I don't want to say slow, but slow progress really is progress that you can keep. And that is also imperfect. Imperfect progress is progress that you can keep. If you lose weight in that way, once you get to your goal, guess what you do? You just keep doing the same thing you were doing before. Like nothing has to change. So that's why the journey is so important. Y'all let me know if that makes sense. Um, Brizzaloo, is this you posting in the group? Hey, girl. Y'all let me know if that makes sense. If y'all have questions. What you laughing about, Kiani? All right. So do not forget to put in your steps for today. Tomorrow's the last day I'm going to do this, but I'm definitely going to do the step challenge again. I might do an affirmation challenge at some point soon. And I had an idea to do a virtual vision board party. So pre-COVID, I used to have vision board parties. We had maybe 2 or 3 of them, and they were so good. I have since, I was having a moment, y'all. I had a moment, and I totally like threw my vision board in the trash one day, being real, real dramatic, and I threw it in the trash. I did make one on Canva, um, but I don't look at it as much. So I think I want to actually make one, but I'm thinking of doing a virtual vision board party. And it would obviously be geared towards your health, but you could also, put anything that you want on there. So let me know if y'all would be interested in doing a virtual vision board party. Um, yeah, that's my thoughts for right now. I have not started back the podcast yet. I have episodes. I just have not edited them. I haven't gotten my brain back to going back to editing my podcast, but I do have some really good episodes already done. So the podcast is coming back. Matter of fact, y'all, I would like to celebrate because I started this podcast last year on my 40th birthday. So next week is my birthday. So I've almost had 1 year of having a podcast, which I'm very proud of. Um, and I think for this next year, I think I will take an intentional break. I took a break this year, but not intentionally. But I think I will, just because that's a lot to commit to every single solitary week for a whole year. But anyway, the episodes will be coming back. So thank you guys for still listening. I still get plenty of downloads every week from people, I guess, either re-listening or new people. And y'all tell me all the time, like, you listen to my podcast. So I really appreciate that. Um, Couple more announcements. If you're in the San Antonio area, I will be at H7 in Shirts um, doing a live Macros 101 workshop. So I'm very excited about that. This is free. I'll be talking about the basics and foundations of macros. So some of you I know are in the San Antonio area. This is going to be September 29th at 2 p.m. CST. So I don't think they'll be streaming it virtually. I don't think. But if you're in the area, it would be really cool for you to come stop by and say hello. It's called H7. It's formerly known as Elite Athletic Performance or something like that. If you need the address or anything, just let me know. Last thing I will say that if you have not joined the Fit Figure Formula, I don't know what you're waiting for. I talked about this last time about the holidays coming up, and you know how we are. You know how we are with the holidays, where we have really good intentions, but then we start seeing pecan pie and peach cobbler and all the yummy foods and desserts. We just kind of, our goals take a back seat, and then we're trying to start over for January 1. But I want you to think about how amazing you would feel if you started off January 1 already having made some progress, already having a transformation in your mindset. Um, I have several ladies already in the formula, and I know at least three of them have re-signed this past week, to be with me for the next 4 months, so that I can walk them through the holidays and they can start off January 1 losing even more weight. If y'all are in my Facebook group, if you're in my Facebook group, you can click on the guides section. In the guides section, I have a tab in there that has client wins, and you can see all the client wins, from screenshots to photos of former clients and current clients, and see for yourself what my clients have to say about the Fit Figure formula. So if you are interested, you should DM me or just click on the link in my profile, and you should have the opportunity to apply. Tina, that makes sense. Good. Hey Tina, thanks for watching. All right, I think I'm gonna head out, y'all. You did a really good job. We got one more day to do the step challenge. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all today, okay? I have, I only have 3,331 steps today, okay? But I am going dancing. I'm probably gonna go dancing tonight, so I will probably more than make up. My step goal is usually 7,500. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get there. And matter of fact, I did Zumba yesterday, and I thought to myself while I was doing Zumba, because we were jumping and doing all kinds of stuff, and I was like, oh my god, my knees are gonna be so sore tomorrow, and they're actually not. I totally forgot that I went to Zumba. So I was thinking I'm going dancing tonight. I'm like, man, my knees are gonna be hurting, but maybe not. Last time I went a few weeks ago, and when I tell you, my knees were hurting me so bad. I don't know what that was, but I think I've recovered. Thank the Lord. All right, ladies. I will see you tomorrow. I am going to hop on and go live tomorrow for the last day of the step challenge. Thank y'all for watching. Join the Fit Figure formula if you are ready to get some help. And ready just means that you're committed to your goals. It doesn't mean that you don't have self-doubt. It's not even a feeling. Ready is just a decision. So I would love to see your application, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.